Adana almost disappeared into bitterness. But every time she looked at Chimdi's eyes that held both innocence and hope, she found reason to stand. She borrowed a sewing machine. She began mending clothes, then making styles, then designing uniforms for the local school. Her business grew so much that she hired 2 young girls who had dropped out like she did, but she made them promise they'd return to school someday. After 6 years, Adana stood in front of the university gate again, the same campus where she once carried dreams and left with nothing but shame. But this time, she carried strength, experience, and a little brown envelope holding her admission letter for a degree in business administration and management. Her tailoring business had taught her how to survive. Now, she wanted to learn how to grow, lead, and scale, not just for herself, but for the other girls who looked up to her. Returning to school as a single mother wasn't easy for Adana. While others studied late into the night, Adana juggled assignments with bedtime stories and fevered nights. She cooked, sewed, mothered, and studied often with Chimdi curled beside her books. She didn't live in the hostel. She rented a room nearby and took Chimdi to school every morning before her lectures. Some days were overwhelming, but every time she felt like giving up, she remembered that lonely attic where she once whispered, "I still have dreams." At 31, Adana walked across the graduation stage wearing a second-hand gown and a beaming smile. She graduated top of her class not because she was the smartest, but because she never stopped showing up. Her parents sat in the audience, tears streaming down their faces. Chimdi waved proudly, holding a bouquet of roses. As she collected her degree, the crowd clapped, and the announcer said, "Adana Okeke, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Management." But to Adana, it felt like more than a degree. It was a victory, a healing, and a beginning. With her degree in hand, Adana expanded her tailoring business into a fashion and training institute. She registered Dream Again Initiative, a nonprofit that trained young women, especially teen mothers, in skills like sewing, business, and financial literacy. She gave scholarships to girls who had dropped out just like she once did. Her story was no longer a warning. It had become a light on a hill. She was invited to speak at conferences, partner with NGOs, and mentor women in rural communities. She didn't become a lawyer, but she became a defender of dreams in a different way. Moral lesson: your story doesn't end with one mistake. It begins again with every choice you make to rise. Dreams can be delayed, but not destroyed, not when you hold on, rebuild, and believe.